Yo, salute, salute, salute. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. It's your man Divine. What's good, everybody? We in the building tonight. Knicks Real Talk, man. Day one training camp. Oh my goodness, we getting stoked already. Salute to everybody out there, man. What a beautiful feeling. So we're gonna sit down and get into all that. I know we already got a lot of content creators to put it out there, but I'm here to close the show tonight. But so we're gonna get into all that, man. But salute to everybody, man. Salute to the chat, Shaw Powers, Tricky Nicky in the building, Tim Smith. Salute to everybody out there, man. I hope y'all having a good night. Had a man, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to roll. I'm psyched. You know, when I say, man, salute to my brother KJW. Salute to you. I'm really, really looking forward to this thing, man. Been a minute, you know what I mean? But we here though. Knicks in the building today, first day of training camp. We're gonna go over some news and notes. You know, what do we have here? A little bit of coach reaction. There, you know, it was beautiful. We're gonna get into all that as well. We're just gonna chop it up tonight, man, for a little while. And you know, and just talk Knicks, man. So salute to my man Will. Salute, salute. First day, man. They there. You know what I mean? We here. We finally got here, man. So let's go ahead and get into everything, man, and break this thing down. Yesterday, you know, I was out there getting photo shoots on and all good stuff. So I was happy about that. Good press interviews. I was happy with the press interviews. Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, and them guys. I was pretty much happy with what they had to say and what their feelings was coming, you know, toward the season. So it was really, really a good thing to see, man. It's always special when you see media day. You know, it gets you hyped, get you amped. Excuse me for the mishap there, but I'm quite sure y'all heard everything today, man. So you know what? You know, like let's just get into it, man. I love what I seen today, especially coming from Kemba Walker. Yesterday in the media, man, talking about why he glad to be home and things that he want to do here, man, and willing to teach the young guys, get in where they fit in, and all that good stuff, man. And you know, talk about, you know, he didn't make his injury seem like it was a big deal, but you know, we're gonna come on in, my brother. Yeah, I'm ready. You know, so we're gonna get into that, man. And I just get to play this little press conference he had on media day. And, you know, we can sit down and talk about.
That's huge. Like I said, I mean, that's D Rose is one of the biggest reasons I came here. You know, I wanted to be around him. Wanted to get a chance to see how he prepares himself every day. You know, just really, you know, get a chance to pick his brain as best as I can. You know, for my time here. You know, I definitely want to build a special rapport with him, and try to help him, you know, lead. You know, I seen this team last year and the way he played and pushed himself. So hopefully, you know, I can, you know, take a little bit of pressure off of him.
Yeah, that was. For the whole thing, man. I'm excited as well, man. Excuse me for all the interruption, but I'm ready for it as well, man. I think it's gonna be a real exciting year. I think we got a good team down there. We got two of the best point guard that we possibly have in a long time, and you know, all stars. You know what I'm saying? Possible future Hall of Famers. You never know how their career ends if the injuries don't hold them back. But Kemba Walker is a special player from New York. You know, he's from your hometown, man, and he coming back home to bring the smoke. You know what I mean? He gonna come back and bring the smoke, and I think he's gonna have a good year. I think, you know, he had enough time, you know, with the off season, you know, not, you know, getting his knee together, you know, and all that good stuff. So I think it's gonna be fine. I'm happy about it, and I like the attitude that he has. So, you know, that's one thing we can look forward to, is that for sure, man. 'Cause I really think Kemba Walker's going to do the thing for us, man. And then having Derrick Rose behind him, that just makes it special as well because Derrick Rose is a seasoned vet, know how to get down. We know what he's doing. Salute my man. We got my man KJW and
Salute everybody. Salute Devon. Salute Knicks Real Talk. Salute to the chat. The fam, we are here. We're only a week away, so let's get to it.
yeah, true indeed, true indeed. How you doing, man? How was your day today so far?
Man, everything's good, man.
Good,
Getting
good.
in late, but I'm here to talk with you a little bit about the Knicks. I know you're excited, just like I am. Seeing these press conferences. We'll get into talking about some things I've heard that I really didn't like, but there are a lot of things that I did like. I know it's excitement. There's excitement in the tri-state Knicks Nation. It's just excitement. Seeing Tips how excited he was about Kemba Walker, just Derrick Rose, the leadership. We see this team really about to really come together this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that. I've seen.
Yeah, Devon, you coming a little choppy right now. But Knicks Nation, tell me what you really excited about right now.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about the rookies getting to be around these veterans. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about all these rookies being able to be around these veterans and putting work in, opposed to summer league. But all that just knowledge and that experience, man, just there right in front of their grill. You know what I mean? For them to just to take it all in and man and become NBA ball players. So I'm really excited about that because I do think that's the next step is to getting this training camp around all these guys who've been here, who know all the ins and outs of the NBA and feed them some knowledge. You know what I mean, to make them better. So mentally and physically they be prepared coming into the season. And that's what I'm most excited about is that. And I'm excited about Kemba Walker. I want to see what he like in training camp. You know what I mean? I really do, man. I think if he has a good training camp and he's looking he's feeling, he's moving some type of way, and it's nothing detrimental to what we're doing, I think it's gonna be beautiful. So I'm excited about that. And there's a lot of things, man. But mainly the rookies, man. See what they're gonna do on the big level for me.
Right, I agree with you. Hey, DeBron, let me ask you, and how do you feel about this Mitchell Robinson news? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like it. It's just two options. It's a 50-50 split for me. I think there's a smoke screen. It could be. And then option two was, like I said before, I think Noel is going to come off starting the season. I'm not liking what I'm hearing about his injury, how he might not be ready. Day one, he's here and there. We got to be really ready to go. And if that's the case, Sims needs to be ready. We need to see Sims a lot in this preseason. We know Taj is there, but I think Noel will be a great, being that he played the 41 games as a starter since Mitch was out. He would be a great addition to starting because he already has camaraderie with this team already.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what it's about. He started those games with this team, and it might not be a bad idea to bring Mitch off the bench, just to get him back. And imagine now, let's think about it. Imagine let's think about Mitch with the second unit. That'll really help this second unit out a lot. Mitch should be going back against the second unit centers. Unless this team, plus you got Sims and Taj Gibson, if he's not 100% ready to go, we need to, as Knicks fans, as podcasters, we need to really think about this move that may be happening. And if Mitch can't live up to it, he can't come back off the injury, they might have to do a sign and trade for
Yeah, yeah. Well, just bring a quote from Phibbs. Um, he was like, hey, he puts a lot of time in the film study. He's done things where he's sitting on the chair, handling the ball, shooting out of the chair, stationary shooting from shooting form, shooting. Sorry about that. Sorry to the
him.
people out there, man. Yeah, but he if he put in the work, and just bring him back slowly, like you said, even if when he come back, he can work his way from the bench to the starting unit. I don't have a problem with that, me personally. But take your time with him. You know, it's an investment. You know what I mean? It ain't no need to rush. We got a pretty stacked team down there. So you know, let him take his time, and you know, and when it's time for that man to come back, you know, hopefully come back sooner than later. And when he just put his work in, I mean, that's all we can really do. But I'm excited about it. I think he's gonna be fine. I really do. That it's like you said, they're holding him out for a call. Who knows? But he a big part of what we do. You know what I mean? What we gonna do? Yeah. So you know, we want Mitch back in the most, what can I say, hardest way. You know what I mean? Because we really need that man to help Noel anchor that back line, which I think would be probably one of the best defense back lines in the NBA. Period. So we do need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we no matter if he's starting off the bench coming when he come back from injury, if he could produce, then we got a monster back there. You know what I mean? And on the defense end, and, you know, so yeah, I hope that everything works out for him for real.
Do you think he plays in game one as preseason?
I don't, you know what? They might hold him out preseason. To be honest, you know, they might hold him out. I mean, ain't no rush. You know what I mean? You know, he know the system. He been there 4 years. You know, so
Right.
well, we've been with Tibbs. You know, in Tibbs' system last year. I meant to say, excuse me, but you know, he know the system. You know what I mean? So just get healthy, bro. Let him get healthy. I think he might miss preseason. I'm only guesstimating, but from what it seems like to me, he probably just miss it, unless it's just gonna be training camp. I don't have the inside scoop, so I can't say one way or the other. But you know, it's either they're gonna hold him out for either training camp, or they might hold him out preseason. Either or, he might come back after this, or he might not. But I hope he come back in the beginning of the season, though. This is a big year for that young man. So I'm really,
Right.
he's a really big year for that brother, man. You know, he trying to get his bag. You know, he got a little cutie mouth to feed, a beautiful little daughter to feed. He want to get here. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, I know he, man, the way that dude look at and that man, you see this that picture this kid looking
Right.
legit. He looked legit. So
And,
let's hope it pan out, man. I really do.
and as a fan, that's what I'm talking about. We see these pictures, we see these workouts, and then to get that news is like it's
Yeah.
almost it's a letdown. That's not almost, it is a letdown to our projected. You know it is, but you know it is what it is. It could be a smoke screen. It's New York City. But you know we as our expectations are high right now.
Hmm.
They were
Yeah.
high without Mitch for a while, but now they even higher knowing we got him. But then they hear that news is like, man. But like I said, let's see what happens. Either or, I still think we're a 50+ win team. Either or.
Yeah. They Knicks gonna be tough to beat. I just hope we come back. That I think that back line is critical. I mean, like I said, ain't too many back lines can hold down a spot. Like look at what Noel did last year. So you put Mitch with that, you just that interior is set. You know what I mean? So I hope we come back, man. I'm ready for Mitch to get it popping.
Plus, we also, hey man, listen, this is big time. You know what? If I'm Jericho Sims, you know, hey, he might have to come in right away. Let's see what he can do. Like that's
Hmm.
why, like you said, we want to see the young guys. I think now we should see a lot. Being at this news camp on the Mitch, we should see a lot of Jericho Sims out there in
Yeah,
preseason, just to give
absolutely.
something to say. You know what? This guy might could come in, and hey, it could be a little. We know he could shoot better than Mitch. He could move a
Mhm.
little. He could dribble that ball. But can he do this? He could jump out the gym. We know that. So he's just a little shorter than Mitch. Got long arms. So let's see what happens. But Mitch off that second unit will be awesome, man. Great.
Yeah. Either way it go, it's a win-win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
We didn't miss him last year.
the reason why I do love Mitch, I could say one reason I love Mitch with the second unit. Them cats can get up and down the floor like, oh my goodness. Him, Obi, and Derrick Rose. What?
Burke
Yeah,
quickly.
and quick, and you
Burke
got you got
quickly.
you got Burke and quickly trailing with the 3-point ball,
Yeah.
and you got Mitch and Obi rim running with Derrick Rose. That'd be a problem, for real. That would be nice. My Nick G, what's going on? Nick 100, salute. How you doing, my brothers tonight? But
Luke.
yeah, man, that would be crazy. Either way it go, it's a good.
Right. And plus, like I said, Mitch should be going against the second unit centers. You know, guys, and you know that crisp. But so I honestly thinking, once this news come out, if everything is true, I think he should come with the second unit. Let me know if you agree with me or not in the chat, Devon. Let me know. I think his injury, coming off a fractured leg and things like that, I think he needs to come off that second unit just to start it, just to see.
Yeah. I agree, man. And I can see that. I have no problem with Mitch coming back, starting. I'm coming back off the injury, going to work his way back in.
Right,
Yeah, but he will be nasty with that second unit because like I said, him and Obi Toppin
right.
and man,
Burks, right. Quickly, yeah. That second unit with him, it evens his way out, man. It definitely that second unit with that first unit evens his way out big time. And if I'm coming in, whenever you come up choppy, I'm gonna come in right for you, fill you right in. We're gonna keep the show
thank you, my
rolling.
brother. Yeah,
So
appreciate
y'all
it.
we family. We just keep the show going.
Yes,
And
indeed.
also what also excites me now, we see D Rose and Kimba together. So
Mhm.
we know we're gonna see them together in a lineup. Some maybe not starting, but second quarter, them guys gonna find a way to get in together. I think them two brothers gonna make magic on the court together, man.
Mhm. Yeah,
Magic
yeah,
is definitely gonna happen with those two.
yeah, absolutely. Nick 100 said Mitch is in a good
Yeah, you know what, Nick? Absolutely, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Jericho could definitely take off, and as Nick fans, that has to excite us because we know Mitch is in the contract year. Now, it's a win-win situation for us because you know what? If Mitch isn't living up to his expectations, trade deadline, Knicks just do a sign and trade, get him out of here, bring some more pieces, and Jericho Sims is performing. We still got Taj there. Taj, don't forget about Taj's experience. Even though he got tied out last year, but I think Taj brings a great experience to this team. And we already saying that, he's going to be a player coach, with Noel. But we also, Mitch is going to be a big part. We need Mitch right now. We definitely need Mitch either starting or coming off the bench. I'm thinking off the bench right now. So
Yeah. That's not a bad problem to have because, like I said, that would be a nasty second unit. And here's the good thing about for Jericho Sims, the Mitch injury. Like I said, sometime it's you can turn a negative into a positive, and the positive is that my man gonna get some burn because they ain't got to burn Todd Gibson out. Obviously, they ain't gonna burn Todd Gibson out in training camp. Right now, Jericho Sims, this is what you call a good opportunity. And when you got an opportunity at your door, man, knocking, you got to go get that. So I do think Jericho Sims got a good situation right now until Mitch get back. He just got to go in there and just go get it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, you're not
right.
asking a man to come here and be a friend. I'm a player, a superstar player. No, but the opportunity to see that he can get minutes, the opportunity to see like, you know what? And can you see me in the next 4 years? I think he gonna be psyched. That young man gonna be psyched in training camp because he got a chance. Like I said, if this kid pop, if Jericho Sims pop, the Knicks is in a good place with either Mitchell Robinson or Nerlens Noel now. Either one of them. Even yeah, they will be in a good spot where if he pop, and then you could put one of them in a good deal with a good deal to get somebody else who's gonna really take us over the top almost, per se. So I think that's a good problem to have, man. I like that. I like that duel up there, man. And real quick, just on that note, let me bring up this the comment on Nerlens Noel where he was talking about right here. Noel said Knicks asked him to work on his corner three in the off season and make it a shot that he can take in the game. Noel said that shooting from the perimeter is one of the things he worked on. There's some more to go to that, but that's interesting. You know what I mean? You see these cats putting in work, man. I'm telling you, Tibbs is about that. Because we ain't telling the man to go shoot 4 threes, but if we go on a curl or something, or a pick and pop or whatever, and they double team Julius or something right there, and he stand on that corner. If you open, shoot it.
But you know what, Devon? We seen Noel has a little 10-foot jump shot. He has a little jump shot from
Mm-hmm.
inside. So we know we now if he worked on that and is more consistent, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, there's our stretch five right there. If he really worked on that, and which I'm sure he did, and he could pull out a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the thing is about it is we don't want him like, he got tired last year, so he needs his rep to sit down, and we don't want to get him in foul trouble right away, which was Mitch's problem last year, so I mean we had a win-win situation right here. Either or, like I said, Jericho Sims could get more burn time. Hey Jarvis, salute to you, salute to the bond. So shout out to Jarvis. Thank you, brother. But like we want to hear what the chat has to say. Like, what do you guys think now about this? For me, it's the whole Mitch thing. Like we excited. We've been debating about the lineups, and we here. My thing is we want a healthy, and which is great. Everybody's 100% vaccinated, so we know we're not going to have any problems with players playing in New York City. That's the good part for us. Our team is good. Brooklyn team can't speak too much for the Brooklyn team, but us in New York, the Knicks, we're good to go.
Yeah, that's a beautiful feeling. For me, okay, didn't mean to cut you off. To be able to be coming into the training camp drama free and everybody else having drama. But
exactly.
I just think that's a testament to what Leon Rose and Scott Perry and them cats did. They came in here and put this thing down, bro, for real, and they mean business, and the Knicks mean business. Like they say, like starter mindset, the Knicks is back. Come on, man. If you got anything negative to even say about the Knicks right now, it's got to be ludicrous. You know what I mean? You just hating because it's nothing that I can't say that the Knicks is not doing wrong right now. They doing just everything right and exact. You know what I mean? And I'm glad to see that after all the years we had of mismanagement and miss opportunities and to get a stable front office in here, a stable organization, cats who are professional businessmen. In all levels, man, whether mathematicians or, statisticians.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
That's on point.
And also, I think, I don't know if you see the media. So Evan Fournier was talking about, like his father and mother, they was judo instructors.
Yeah, on the media.
I didn't know that. So that means, hey, my man got some discipline and fight. So I'm like, you know what? I might have to rethink my thoughts, man. I think this guy, he's built for New York. He's definitely built for New York City. He's on Instagram going on a train in the park walking with, so he ain't scared of nothing. So him with that judo background, I didn't know that. That's great for this team to build that toughness that we so need. And I think regardless, we definitely have more scoring power. We definitely have way more scoring power than we ever had in the past couple years on this team right now. I'm just thinking about without Mitch right now. We need Mitch, but even without him, I'm still excited. Predictions is still going to be high for this team, even without him for a couple days or months, whatever it is that's bothering him. But then it could be a smoke screen too.
Right.
Shout out to CT. Streets is buzzing. Shout out to you, my brother. Hey, Shot Power said, did anyone see Valdoza walking in the boot? I didn't see that yet, but if so, Valdoza, I still want to see him. I just don't think he's going to make this team right now.
Here you go. Here you go, Sha.
Yeah.
Luke
Yeah.
In the boot and not playing. Tom Thibodeau says him and Mitchell Robinson did today. Okay, so that's the end. I guess he got hit with that end too. I didn't know how scared it was when he got hurt, but don't worry, we got the next man up. You know what I mean? So and that makes it easier for to be. If he ain't gonna be ready, that's Kevin Bacon and Kevin Knox calling for that last spot. Next man, hey, when opportunity knocks, like I said a few minutes ago, when opportunity knocks, you gotta go get it.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And also what we talked about this before, Devon and CT. Now we might possibly could see Obi at the 5 in some occasions, and then we really have where everybody can shoot threes on that perimeter. So the options and the different lineups, we're definitely going to see that happen a lot, barring these injuries. With these injuries and what you just posted up there with the walking boot with Valdoza and Mitch not practicing, I don't think that stops us. I just, for me, I really want to see a full team ready, 100% ready to go from next week. I really want to see what it would look like so we can get a better understanding. But hey, things don't happen overnight. I mean, things happen, and we just got to deal with it. Can't cry over spoiled milk. We just got this New York City. We got to fight through the injury and next man up. And
Back.
expectations is high for us. So
Yeah, CT, the streets are buzzing. What's good, my brother?
CT.
Yeah. Salute, Knicks fam, Knicks Real Talk, Divine, KJ,
Salute, my
man.
brother.
chat. Hey, doing well, fellas. I'm listening. You guys keeping me going while I'm at work. Love the energy. Thought I'd stop in and bless the show. And yeah, man, it's Dwayne Bacon's. Dwayne Bacon's looking like he's got the spot. If Vildozer's in a boot, then process of an elimination, basically.
Yeah, absolutely, CT. That you, I see the same way, man. If somebody got an opportunity, and they got to go get it. They got to take advantage of this here, and because like I said, when your time come, man, we got to be there for the taking. You got to be there for the taking. You got to know that it's there, and I think that these cats know that. You know what I mean? And I'm just excited to see this get down. I can't wait till they go 5-on-5 and all that good stuff, man. So we start, obviously we ain't gonna get no video highlight right now because they probably till tomorrow from today, and had to go on the day after you normally get it, back as it used to be back in the days anyway. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
So, man.
Yeah.
So hey, let me ask y'all a question, man. Real quick, let me throw up what Tibbs said today, man. Let's get into that right quick, and let Tibbs with little words.
First day gives us a baseline, shows us exactly where we are, and shows us all the things that we have to work on to improve. So I thought our guys did a good job. Very upbeat, a lot of energy, and obviously we take a look at the film and make corrections and get ready for the evening session. But we have very good veteran leadership. Our young guys have been in all summer, and they worked extremely well.
Yeah. Just not a little bit of what you had to say. You got to say, you got that same form, that same call. I mean, like, listen, they down there working. The one thing I can say about his boys, they work all the time. Like, them cats stay in the gym, man. Like Obi and what Man Quilly was saying about him and Obi, like all year. You know what I mean? And they've been, and I'll run that and let you hear his thoughts in a minute. But they was like, listen, all summer they was working out at the up at the practice facility, no distractions, no tour days. I mean, that's the culture that Scott Perry brought here, and that's why I keep telling everybody. He changed all that. Listen, you cats got to get in the gym regularly. That's why Frank and Knox, and one thing about them cats are gym rats. You know what I mean? They stay in them facilities, man. And that's the good thing about the culture that he brought in. Tibbs just took it to another level. You know what I mean? Now, you got somebody who will hold you accountable.
Yes, sir.
right. Exactly. You got to be in the gym. If you're not in the gym, like somebody's always going to outwork you. And we're seeing now. I think a lot of these guys were doing it before, but now it's more on display. And like I said, now it's the leadership. You got Randall, you got all these other guys. Now imagine, I'm pretty sure, like he said in his interview, they got a night session. The young guys was there since the beginning of the summer, putting in work. Like you're here, so you're learning how to be an NBA player. You're learning how to treat your body. You're learning how to eat right. And these guys have a lot to prove because if they want to stay on top. So guess what? I'm pretty sure Knox has been in there, Bacon. So my question to both of you guys are, who do we really see stepping up now in the chat? Who is, if we had to predict right now by December, who's full time in rotation between Knox, Bacon, and let's throw Grimes out there.
CT, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, you guys know I'm high on Grimes, all day. I'm high on Grimes. I'm high on Bacon and McBride. I think they'll be the dudes that can produce two-way. Look out for them. Tibbs, they give you defense and they can give you some offense. So I think they're extremely solid.
Yeah. I second that. As well. I think Grimes got a good shot, man. I think he's another sleeper. You know what I mean? And I think Grimes can play defense and offense. Him and McBride they gonna be special, man.
No, yeah. I agree with both of you on that. Deuce, we already know Deuce is definitely gonna get in. The reason I threw Grimes in there because Bacon and Knox, they all can shoot. Bacon and Grimes can play defense. Knox, we're not really sure of his defense. Knox is the bigger as tall out of all of them. So, Devon, you always bring up, the Knox is long, he's wide, he's big, so we can't sleep on him. But like I said, now next Wednesday it is. Let's see. I have to see what we're working with. Excited for these young guys,
Yeah. I do believe CT. I mean KJ, that the reason why it's another thing with the Knox and Bacon thing. You either if you would either have to trade. Now I just don't believe having $5 million sitting on the bench not doing no work, not working for your money. If they think Kevin not Kevin, I mean Dwayne Bacon can beat out Kevin Knox, then they see and they say, well, you know what, then we could put him in a package. But I think Knox might have he might have a different idea about that. So he might have something to say about that. So let's hope they go into camp and be like, nah,
right.
You're taking my spot. That's the mentality that he has. You know what I mean? That he won't let, he will go in there, no, listen, I'm not letting you take my spot. You know what I mean? So he go hard for his. I think that's the only way. Knox, to me, the Knicks will just do away with him if he can't. They got to trade him, because I wouldn't let that $5 million sit on the bench and not produce. It's a lot of money. So,
Devon, it's a lot of options. And let's not forget, Joakim Noah money come off the books too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you mentioned one time, we could have up to $40 million going into next off season with some more if we make some trades and whatever the case may be. So to me it's a wait and see. Let's see where we at for the first 25 games, or there's 20 games. That's when we really can see exactly where we're at as a team. The momentum, even though we just added a couple more pieces to it, but I think the momentum is definitely going to be there. So the togetherness is going to be there. And these guys have been working with each other out in the preseason. And now we get a chance to really see what we're working with,
Yeah, absolutely. I can that, man, and I really got to believe these cats know what's ahead for them. So they just got to go in there and put it all out there and leave the chips on the floor. Because I do think the Knicks is going. I think the Knicks guys are going to have something to say in the playoffs. I really believe that. So, and so I mean that team be pretty good. They got a good balance down there. A lot of positionless players. A lot of them can move around 3-4, 2-3, 1-2. Knicks got a lot of players who could do that. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. They like the point guards. They can play shooting guard. We got shooting guard point. And Ron and I want the same thing.
Right. Like it's positionless basketball, and that's what the NBA is gearing towards right now. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's null and void now. Even though we still count them, but we have positionless basketball players, which is perfect for the league, which way the league is going right now. We have it. We can hit you, and I think most of the times we're going to hit you with a 3-guard set. That 3-guard set is going to be deadly. Rose, Kemba, and McBride. Rose, Kemba, Grimes. You know, we could throw Fournier, Kimba quickly. You know, so
Right.
it's so many different sets of people we can mismatch, put together. Like depending on how the game go, or if Mitch is down for a little bit, you know what? We're gonna hurt people just on our 3-guard set. Will hurt a lot of teams, you know, and then that finishing 5 depends on how, you know, which way the game going. Do we bring a player in? If it's the offense, defense, you know, do we need all shooters out there for one time for like the next 5 minutes to get the pace going? So, and then you got high energy players that could press you from the one floor to the other floor. You put McBride out there on somebody. You put Bacon out there on somebody. You put Grimes, because Grimes showed good deep. Put Grimes out there. Let these guys press these guys all the way up through for a couple minutes to give they started some breaks. You know, so even D Rose still could defend at a high level, and we seen that last year. So, you know, it's going to be so many different units and lineups out there that I can't wait to see. And like I said, Sims too. That boy Sims could run up and down that floor too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you know he's and he can fly high. So
yeah,
Devon.
yeah, that's what I love what Scott Perry did when he first took over the Knicks. He said they wanted to get more athletic, and that was his main goal. You know, when he drafted guys like Mitch and Knox and them because they was athletic. You know what I mean? Compared to what we was playing with for the last so many years. And then you know now you look at a kid like Sims, Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel to a degree. I mean, Obi Toppin, Randall. I mean, it goes on and on. You know what I mean? You got R.J. Barrett, kids, and even Derek. Obviously, Derek Rose is athletic. You know what I mean? But it's amazing how much athleticism we had in this organization since Scott Perry got here. You know what I mean? He said, "Listen, when he first got here, that was his word. We want to get more athletic." And he stayed true to what he did. It took him 3 years to get here. You know what I mean? But for him to get here and put the team together with the way they got now, with Leon Rose, addition of Leon Rose and Tibbs and them, we in a good state. I think we got some good young talent. So I think training camp is like probably
perfect. Hey, you know what? Hey, the bomber segue right into Tim Smith's comment. Tim Smith just put up fighting for playing time is a good problem to have on his team. Absolutely. And that brings up my next question to you. Playing time for these guys. It may not be enough for everybody to get some right away, like we expected, because the playing time is going to be so valuable because nobody wants to lose their spot. And, you know, people that know what it's like to lose their spot in something, you're going to fight for it to get it back, which any way you get it. And the culture that's being built here, it's going to be very, very hard if you out there. And just, I'm going to use Knox, for example. Knox had all the opportunity in the world last year in the beginning of the season to really get playing time. Tibbs was giving it to him just to see what he can help out. And for some reason, he just didn't live up to it for last year. So now you got another opportunity. So opportunities going to come knocking, and opportunities out there for everybody if you show that what you can do. So my thing is that going to discourage a player if you're not getting that much playing time? Like I'm gonna throw let's throw Quickly out there, right? Mm-hmm. So Quickly, you know, we saw him in the beginning of the 2 games of Summer League where his shot was just not falling at all. Game 3, he finally stepped up. The Knicks are so deep right now. Hey, Quickly, man, if your shot is not flowing like that and you shooting those crazy jump shots from 30 feet out, 25 feet out, and you like hit 2 for 8, you getting pulled. And then McBride comes in, isn't efficient. You know, does that mess his development up? Is mental? Like, can he work back to get to where he's at? You know, so that's why I said coaching is going to be very crucial this year for this team because, you know, we got to see. We don't want to get the confidence down, but we're also on a mission to get to where we need to get to. Like, how do you feel about that, Devon?
Yes, I just want to make sure I'm back in the stream because I'm going in and out. I mean, I feel pretty much good about it. You know what I mean? So like I said, I like the way it's going, and I just think what you said is spot on. I think it makes all the sense, and we just got to stay focused on that route you talk.
Right. That's to me, that's going to be one of the hardest thing that this coaching staff has to put together. Like it put like this. Bacon is my sleeper. And I've been saying it since we got this guy. This guy is not here just for training camp. This guy wants to make a team. And if you look up Bacon's past, Bacon can shoot and he can defend. He's a tough player.
He is.
And that's why, for me, he's going to get a lot of rotation if he makes his team.
Yeah. How do you feel about that compared to why, the reason why he didn't make it in Charlotte and in Orlando? Are you guys in the chat and out there comfortable because now this is his third team? He moved. This is what makes the other teams not want to keep him, whether it's a salary cap issue or why do you think he's not sticking?
I think those are young teams. Look at this currently Knicks team. You have a good mix of vets and young guys, but the young guys are learning from the vets. The Knicks have built a culture. They're building the culture. And when you build the culture, you want to be part of that culture. Thing was, Orlando and Charlotte, two young teams, didn't have that many vets. And what culture was they building? The Knicks have built the culture where now people want to come here and play with the Knicks, regardless of whatever the case may be. The Knicks are not giving these huge contracts out like that anymore. You got to work for your contract. They're not giving them $300, $200 million contract for the next 5-6 years. They're not doing that right now. Unless you start like a Dame Lillard, who they're trying to go after. They'll do something like that maybe, but they're not giving that out right now. So I think to me, it's this culture building. Knicks is going to try to get a deal on you. If they can get a deal on you like they did Kemba, they're going to try to get a deal on you. And then offer you. We don't know what else these guys have been offered other than the contracts we see. Like some of these side deals be like, you know what? I'm going to get you a car, get your wife a car here, get you a house. It's a lot of side deals that we don't see that they do around, but it is what it is. Go get the most thing you can get. Strike when the iron's hot. Strike it, So, I just think Bacon fits the pedigree for New York City for what we need. And I'm going to go on a limb and say this guy is going to come in. He's going to play for us. He's going to contribute a lot.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, it remains to be seen because I guess and I hope so. I hope so, man. I really do. And Shaw Power, the comment you had put up earlier, I think that's Valdoza's salary is like 23-25. I think that's not guaranteed though. If I'm not correct, but I think that might be not guaranteed. So they waive him. I don't think that goes against the cap. You know what I mean? And they can't get Bacon that money. But then salute about Be Civilized, salute to you, my brother. Was good. Be Civilized, peace. I do think that he got a chance, but like I said, I'm just, remember he played with Kemba and he played with Kemba before. He played with I think Fournier in Orlando.
Yeah, he did.
In Orlando. So I know he's been on young teams, but he had played with veterans, and I hope he make it. But sometimes you just have to wonder when a guy moves that much. Not that much, but you didn't make it in the stop where you was at. So you got to say, well, why? If he didn't make it there, why would he make it on the Knicks? I understand that everything about the culture, but I'm talking about for us his talent. He's gonna have to show and prove though. You know what I mean? You really do. He's gonna have to go in training camp, show and prove. And say, I want to be a part of this team, and if he be good enough, the Knicks. Because listen, there's a reason why they signed him on Exhibit 10. You know what I mean? If the Knicks believed in him, they would have gave him some money. Say, here, we give a couple of years, whatever. But they didn't do that. So that's why I brought up that maybe he went from one team to another team. So what makes him good enough to make the Knicks if he didn't make them teams on a long-term deal or whatever? So maybe there might be a time for him to show improvement. Say, lock in the deal, get to see. You know, he got a lot of deal for himself. You know, I know you want to keep traveling around the NBA. So you know when you got here, you got to go in there and get it. Yeah, I like his game. You know, he had a good year for Orlando last year. You know, 10 a game, just like Reggie Bullock had. Good defender, and like I said in a couple of streams ago, if he pans out right, then the Knicks got to steal. They got Reggie Bullock. That's all.
Right.
If he pans out, people like I said, he had almost the same number Reggie Bullock had last year, all across the board. And you get him for like let's say Valdoza's contract hypothetically. And he get to play a year or two, and they think he worth more than giving $5 million. I don't know, but he got to go earn it because Knox gonna be hungry, so it's gonna be a good camp battle. I imagine how it's gonna be in camp. It's gonna be a good camp battle. Knox and him, Obi, all them cats going up against each other. That's that 4 or 5. You know what I mean? And you could even throw Jericho Sims at the 4 or 5 when you want to because he's that agile. And the day, so it's gonna be competitive, man. I agree with you, Tim. I agree with you 100% on that. You know what I mean? So let's hope that pan out. Because they are tight. Steve Clifford, that's from that tree. That's their boy, and that's probably why they took him because of that reason. Because they know if you play Steve Clifford, you can play some defense first of all. You know what I mean? And that's from that same coaching line. You know what I mean? That the way they coach basketball, defense first. And and then we deal with the offense next, and that's how the defense is their main staple, and then you put the offense talent around that defense, and that's what make you who you are. And I think that's what we did with our team. So Bacon can come in and do it. He can come in and do it, no doubt about it.
And also, man, I'm sorry to cut you off too.
You didn't
make your point. You still making your point? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm finished. No, go ahead, brother. I'm finished.
Okay. So, also, you said it before. He played with Kemba and Fournier. Relationships is important. Who's to say that they say, you know what, they could have went to Kemba and Fournier and say, look, what other guy would you like to see on this team that we can get right now? They could have said Bacon, right? They know his pedigree. They know what type of player he is. They know they can get him for. So why not bring a guy that can help us out right now? So think about it. If the Knicks did that years ago, I know this regime wasn't there. When J.R. Smith got his brother to come play with the team, Chris Smith, come on, man. So
yeah, right.
Come on, man. You got his brother. Even though this wasn't the regime, but I'm just saying, like, we know this thing happens. Think of LeBron getting on a call like, Melo, man, you got to come by it. It's about the players league, and when the players can get on that phone call and pick the call up and say, look, man, you got to come over here. We're going to give you a slot. It's not guaranteed you make the team, but we know what you can do. Come in and do what you got to do. So he's familiar with those two. So not saying he is going to make the team, but I believe he is.
Absolutely. He got. I'm glad you feel that way because I believe he can make it. I do believe that. I believe it all worked for him with who he's been around, the type of people he's been around. The culture that he had been around. Like Evan Fournier, probably like Kim Morris. I remember him in practice. You know what I mean? I remember when they probably seen that boy shoot that ball. You know what I mean? And play defense. So Kim Walker and both of them played with him. They probably like, yo. I remember when I was playing with him down in Charlotte, man. He was a tough dude to deal with. So that's like having another eye, set ears, and it's just like confirmation to me. I think the brother go in there and knock it out. I think him and Knox can really go in there and try to make it happen. And the only thing I do is makes it better for the Knicks, no matter how you look at it. You know what I mean? If him and Knox ball out, become dispensable. No longer needed. Knox get that spot, and like I said, what happens if Obi go down? You got a guy like Knox who can come in there and do probably what Obi could do, at least from a 3-point shooting perspective, and what little rebounds he can grab with his length and alter shots and stuff. He could make a big difference. But and they both got to want to play no matter what, even if they're not with the Knicks, they want to play somewhere. You know what I mean? So they always got to go hard. Because if you don't make it with the Knicks, you can't make it here. It's gonna be hard to make it anywhere. You can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So they got to step it up and see. How they gonna get. I like the battle. That's one camp battle that I would love to see. Not Obi, Knox and Bacon and guys. I think that's Grimes and and McBride and them. The Sims. I'd love to see that thing, man. I love to see what them young boys is just doing in there. That energy is probably amazing.
Absolutely. Devon, what is our record through 25 games without Mitch?
Without Mitch, 25 games. 18-7. 18-7.
18-7.
Mm-hmm.
So through the first, if everything was right, I think through the first 20 I had us at 15-5. So when I think about 25 games without Mitch with this current lineup. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got 15-5 20. So, hey, Devon, I think that's about 19-6, 18-5, 18-7. Yeah,
okay.
About that. That's about right.
Sure, I said 17. I said 17-8.
17-8.
Yeah. I can see, like I said, 17. I can see that, man. 18-7, or I can see, because I think we got a good enough defense to sustain and maintain just about anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we good there, because I think just alone having Todd Gibson and Sims, or moving Obi over or Randall over if you needed to be, that's our deepest team is to me. So we talking about 18-7 or 17-8 without Mitch. So what would it be with Mitch?
So that was my next question.
What would it be with Mitch?
So with Mitch, 25 games with Mitch, 20-5.
That's what I said. I can go there. I definitely go. I definitely get that 20-5. No question.
Yeah.
No question.
With Mitch,
I can roll with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Born to Tim Smith, born 21. I don't know about that, Tim Smith, but I know you joking, brother.
Hey, the Knicks. I hope the Knicks average probably like 13. What I'm trying to say, if they average about 13 a quarter, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
So also think about this, Devon. The Knicks say Mitch is out, right? Do we score more with Mitch not here, or less in per quarter? First quarter, we debated this before, right?
Do you score more
per quarter without Mitch? Say first quarter, second quarter. We said between 28 to 30 points per quarter.
I'll tell you the reason why I said we don't, because of his offense rebounding, his lob threat. Noel is athletic, but he's not Mitch. You know what I mean? And I just think that Mitch, he could just, if anybody shoot a three and miss, that kid, he's athletic enough to snatch a rebound out of midair and just go right back up. He got springs. He now that he done got all that muscle on him now, when he go up, you have to foul him. You pretty much have to foul him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think if Mitch was starting, he was in there. Now, I ain't taking nothing from Noel, because Noel got us a 41-31 when Mitch went down. Helped us get there. So, but I think we hold it down, because I just think we got a deep team there, and we play and Tom Thibodeau played basketball by committee. It ain't no one man show. It's like it's everybody. You know what I mean? And that's what got us to 41-31, the Big 15. You know what I mean? It wasn't no one man; it was everybody. So, and that's how Tom Thibodeau go. That's how he coach. You know what I mean? So, I think we got guys in the wing. Like, I just think Deuce McBride and do a good job. I think they good enough talent to keep it respectable. You know what I mean? And until somebody get back, I really do. I think no matter if you throw Grimes in there, just like you threw Quickly in there last year, no big deal. You threw Quickly in there. You know what I mean? Look what Quickly did. You know what I mean? He got us 11 points a game. So I think them cats are talented enough to do that. You know what I mean? So I really think, man, but Mitch, man, Mitch on another level to me, bro. I swear. I know, I just think that people look at his game over the years, but what he could have did if he wasn't in foul trouble. Maybe 8 points a game might. Just think about the time that Mitch fouled out a game, he would have stayed in the game, and he was averaging 8 then. You know what I mean? Then, so I think now this year, with Kenny Payne, what he was doing last year, Mitch was on the cusp of getting ready to go double last year. He was on that trajectory, man. Then the injury happened, so I do think if he come back healthy, and he gonna be special. So I do think he need to be in that starting lineup, though. I do. That's my opinion, anyway.
Now I think they're gonna wind up scoring more. And my reason why is because we have a faster team starting off the gate with Kemba and Fournier, with RJ, a Julius, and a Noel. We have 4 perimeter guys that can make a 3-point shot consistently. Besides Noel, we replace Noel with Mitch starting. Noel has a baby jump shot. Mitch doesn't. Noel and Mitch do both the same things as far as catching the alley hoop and doing that. They both could defend. They're both similar in height. They both got the same 7'4" wingspan. So I'm looking at all that. Plus, we got a little faster now with them pushing the ball. I think we could score more than that 25, 30 points for starters in the first quarter. Just by all the pieces that we have. But we still need Mitch. I'm just going on the points per quarter.
Yeah.
So, it's still the same with Mitch in the start lineup or Mitch in the second unit. It still helps this team out regardless, to me, in my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong, Chad, or what do you guys, you women and men, think about it? Or Devon, tell me what do you think about it too as well? To me, it's just that think about it. We replaced Elfrid Payton and Bullock in the starting lineup. Bullock was a 3 guy, but Bullock couldn't create his own shot. Right? If Bullock if he got hot, he was scoring. But what did really Bullock provide for us besides defense in the 3-point shot? He can't do the same thing Fournier can do.
Not at all.
Kemba. Now, let's break down Kemba and Payton. Not that we don't even got to break that down. That's not the same player. We know Kemba jump shot is way better. Now, if Kemba get that ball for open 3-pointer, and you give Kemba the ball out of 5 times, you're gonna make at least 3 out of those 5 3-pointers if he wide open. Payton, we didn't know what was coming or going. We had to close our eyes, like, man, is he gonna make it or not? If Payton had a good night, we knew this team was gonna do better. But now we got Kemba in that starting lineup, and then you got RJ and you got Julius, who's been working. RJ's jump shot got better, his 3-point shot. Julius, he disappeared in the playoffs. But guess what? We know Julius, he ready, And then we got Noel. If Noel can give us a good solid 10 points. So that's why if I'm going with that starting unit without Mitch, 32, 35 points, I can see happening. Especially if those threes is jumping, is bringing it down between Kemba, Fournier, RJ, and Julius. Come on, man. I could see 32 to 35 points per quarter. I mean, in that first quarter for that team, if all those guys stay out there.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's like a 50-50 thing, but I just go slightly over, a little bit more because of the freakish nature of Mitch. But it's a good problem to have, though. You can't go wrong either way. But yeah, I don't get me wrong. Mitch in that second unit with Obi Toppin and Derrick Rose, that's Lob City right there. You know what I mean? That's basically Lob City right there. That's one thing I can say. Mitch and Obi Toppin and Derrick Rose, that's Lob City for real. That front line got hops. You know what I mean? And that's running gun all day with Quickly and Burks on the corner, one on the right, one on the left, running down the court with Mitch and Obi. That's why that second unit would probably be a good fast break team this year. But if Mitch was in that, though, so if he come back and they move him slowly, that's what they might do. They might just, like we said earlier, they might just go ahead and say, Mitch, we're gonna bring you slowly off the bench, and then when he time to go, he in shape. They's like, okay, So, but it's gonna be fun. Like I said, the center spot to me is one of the best in the NBA. I'm just talking about from a defense perspective. You can't go to many teams that say they got a better defense for back line than ours. And that's facts. You know what I mean? And Noel, 2.5 blocks last year, was up in the top 5 or something, whatever. You know what Mitch can do when he in there. So I just think that our interior presence is ridiculous, man. I think that's going to be the backbone to that defense right there. Because don't get me wrong, losing Alpha Payton and Reggie Bullock, you know, that's a little setback. But having them 2 anchors back there, and the quickness of Kemba Walker to take charges. Take charges very well. Actually, he was second in the league behind Kyle Lowry with 164. I think Kyle Lowry had 165. You know what I mean? Wow. So that's a part of people. Kemba Walker game, people don't be recognizing. The kid, that's one that he do real well. He's not a slouch. He might be size is small, but he do play basketball with effort, and it makes up for a lot of the efficiency he might have on the defense end. But he going there though. He ain't scared of going there. So I like that, man. And that's real talk. Savvy D, Savvy Salute, my man, long time. It's an MBK fan right there. Savvy D, man, that's what's up, my brother. Salute to you. Florida in the building. Yeah, man. Salute. But yeah, I do think that that's a good problem to have though. Like I said, that team is pretty stacked to me. I mean, I really think they got a good thing going on there. And you know, we'll see how it go. But if Mitch had to go back in that second unit, I wouldn't even be mad. But I think that's a good problem to have either way. I don't care who start, who finish. That defense front line is one of the best in the league. On the defense level, you know. And I just think so, man. So I mean, you know, let's see how that thing pan out.
Hey, Devon, to also preserve.
Yeah, Savvy, appreciate you, my brother. Salute, man. Thank you for chiming in, man. Thank you for the support, man. One love, my brother.
Salute, Savvy D. To the chat.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Also, to preserve Mitch a little longer, say Noel starts, right? He gets 2 quick fouls, right? You know who we got to bring in, right? We got to bring in Taj.
Right.
You bring Taj in now. Well, we didn't even talk about Sims yet. You bring Taj in for a little bit, get it through that quarter, and then we could bring Mitch in that second. Boom. You know, Mitch get in trouble. You bring in Sims a little bit, you know, like, so the bigs, we only had 2 bigs last year when Mitch went down. We had Noel and we only had Gibson. And then we had to bring in Purvell when he came in. So that was 3. But now we have 4 big men that we could preserve to bring in. So if you really want to preserve Mitch, you know, we start Noel for a little bit. He gets tired. You bring in Taj for a little bit, or you bring in Sim for a little bit, and then you give Mitch that second with the second unit to really go, and whoever is D in the Mitch in the second unit for their second team is not going to be able to keep up with Mitch. Then you keep it going. I mean, hey, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be so many different options of different combinations of players going out here now. We're just predicting. It's not guaranteed what we're saying is going to be even correct, because we know how this coaching staff is, especially Tibbs. He might stick to 9 players that one game, and that's all you're going to get, even though we want to see players, but we're just predicting and trying to figure out combinations of players who we think that we want to see in the game. And he's going to go with the players. Has been we say Taj, and I say Taj because Taj proved himself in that playoffs regardless of his age. Taj helped us at 10%. He set the major screens with D Rose. D Rose and Taj was a tandem on that court last year. And Taj had a little baby jump shot. You know, so.
Yeah. PS 67. Yeah, man. I really like I said, the Knicks they're in a good situation. And that's real talk. They're in a good situation. All of it got to come together on the court, but from based off of the feeling that I got, what I seen last year in the 41-31 season, and compared to what we doing now, and you know, so we say this every stream. We know the East got better, but we got better too. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the main caveat, that we got better too, and we got much better. We added 16 points to the starting unit alone. You know, you take Alpha Payton's 10 and Reggie Bullock's 10, you take Kemba's 17, 18, or Fournier's 17, 18, that's 34 points. So that's 14 more points in the starting lineup or just on the average. If that was their average night, you know what I mean? What they did last year in the NBA, we plus 16 points in the starting lineup. So I think that's that's the reason why I'm feeling psyched about our team, because it's not just because you optimistic or you just a firm believer. No, I'm just basing off of what we say. The numbers don't lie. Like you said,
Right.
the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? Yeah, Savvy D, I agree. I agree to 100%, man. I really do. I second that, my brother. I just think it's gonna be a good season as well, man. So I'm psyched, man. And training camp, I know they're battling hard today. Like I put in the video tip earlier, and talked about what was going on in training camp. He was talking about just getting familiarity, getting comfortable, just learning things, and then in a couple of days they probably start going at it. You know what I mean? Now they probably just doing a lot of the basic stuff. You know what I mean? Stretching, getting loose, making sure your body's good, and then after that, they probably just go in there and get ready to battle, man. But I like what I've seen so far. When you go on certain sites like Bleacher Report and all that, they got a little bit of practice photos and everything. You just see them; they all into it. You know what I mean? They really looking to come and do this thing, man. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm really looking forward to the maturation of Manuel Quickly and Obi Toppin. I'm really want to see that, man. As a matter of fact, let me just throw that in there about them. That's
Huge,
interesting for them too as well.
That's D Rose is one of the biggest reasons I came here. I wanted to be around him. Wanted to get a chance to see how he prepares.
Wrong one.
It's great. Like I said, we had all of last season we were together, getting the towels, for everybody, passing out loops at 3 a.m. on a road trip. So, we learned a lot from each other, and just being able to talk to him about my season and him being able to talk to me about his season. I feel like, we've learned a lot. And then obviously Summer League playing together, we've been together pretty much for 2 years now.
Yeah, man. That's what's going on, man. That's the player thoughts there, man. That's why I say, these guys is about the business. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's Scott Perry getting in the gym all season on season. That's what made Michael Jordan so dope. They were working on an all season on season. There wasn't no off season basically when it comes to basketball. Just like when you were a kid, you try to play it all year round if you can. You know what I mean? So. They're just living out, doing what they got to do. But I'm happy about the maturation, especially him and Obi, because that's why you looked at them in the summer league, that alley-oop connection they had with each other. You could tell that was from working out with each other. Because I'm like, man, he throwing this cat mad alley-oops this in summer league. That just goes to show you, like he said, they've been working out all summer long. So everybody was working on that. When I go a certain way, I'm throwing it up to you. And I think that's nice to have that rapport with him. Like the second-year players, big year for both of them. I think they make the Knicks stronger. I think they're going to be better. I think RJ, him, Quickly, and Obi takes another step. I mean, they don't be RJ step, but they have to be a step. I can easily see Quickly shooting 15 a game. I mean, literally, because the kid can do that. We've seen him throw up 31 in the game or something a couple of times, in last year, So, it remains as they seen. He putting in the work. Then I think if you put in the work, I think you're going to get better. That's the bottom line. You don't work not to get better. So if they put in the work, with this organization, because these guys put in the work. You don't put in work to get worse. You know what I mean? You don't put extra time in the gym to get worse. I just don't believe that. You know what I mean? And I think it's all repetitious, but that team is going to be pretty dangerous with them dudes, for real. And Jarvis said the realist offensive line based on the numbers, roster, construction, chemistry, continuity, competitive hunger, and coaching staff bench will come in while we have leads instead of behind. Facts, Jarvis. Absolutely, that's real talk right there. I second that, man. That's why this thing is more constructed than people to give it, man. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks got a good thing going on down there. We just got to hope it translates to wins. If it translates to wins, no matter what anybody thinks is irrelevant. You know what I mean? If it translates to wins. I think we're gonna be up in there, man. I'm not just going off of just optimism. I'm just going off of that starting lineup is pretty nice. I mean, if you look at the talent, their career number, and what they did in their career, that's a good starting lineup. We know what Julius is doing. Let's not really say their career. Let's just say go off of last year or the last couple of years. if Julius do what he did last year, and Fournier did what he did last year, if RJ did what he did last year, and Kemba did what he did last year, and Noel, that's a good team. Because look at all them cats' numbers last year. So that's
Right.
what we hope. We hoping that that's the case.
So Devon, I'm gonna throw something at you. Hey, salute to Sarge. Thanks for chatting in.
Salute,
Hey, listen.
Sarge.
So I'm gonna ask you a question in the chat. This for y'all. On a 2-on-2 battle, Quickly and Deuce versus Rose and Kemba. Game is 2. Who wins?
Oh, Kimmer walking them all day. I'll tell you why.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think them cats is a little more savvy. And don't get me wrong. I think my man Derrick Rose is physical enough to keep them cats in front of him. I know that much.
It has to be a full court, though. I'm sorry. It's not half court. It's a full court 2-on-2.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna throw something at you after. That's why I'm asking you this question.
I gotta go with Derrick Rose, no doubt. No doubt.
Okay. All right.
No doubt.
Full court?
Yeah, you know why?
I'm going with the young boys full court.
I'll tell you why. I don't think McBride or Grimes can keep up with Derrick Rose in a full court.
No. It's McBride and Quickly versus Kemba and Rose.
Nah, I take Derrick Rose all day. Experience, big moments. He won't get they don't get them butterflies like these kids would get. I think that experience wear them boys out. I don't think McBride or Grimes, Quickly can hold Derrick in no form. Then McBride is nice. He ain't holding Derrick Rose though, because a lot of girls.
This is a full court 2-on-2, not half court. Half court, Derrick Rose can back them boys down and go right up on them. But a full court 2-on-2.
Yeah,
think about it. Okay. The reason
I got Derrick Rose. I just think I got Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker for this reason. They pressure already built for that. You know what I mean? If you put them together, you put them two together right now. I don't think McBride and McBride, because first of all, they not, how would I say, they haven't been in the big moment in the NBA yet. They haven't even been on it. They haven't played against the big boys with the pressure, your heart racing, like heart is racing because now, whoa, I'm in a moment, my heart racing, and Derrick Rose and my man be like, nah, this ain't new to us. So that's why. So I do think Kemba Walker with knees like the way it is, and Derrick Rose, because how quick that man get up and down the court. But I just don't think them kids got nothing for them too. I know them kids are good defense ball players. McBride is, but I don't think Quickly can hold no Derrick Rose or Kemba Walker. I don't think he that defensive sound yet. So that's the reason why I got the grown man. So that's all.
I agree. So the reason I say that is because somebody had put in the chat before, and we even said this before. Some nights Rose and Kemba may not be able to go. So I just want to throw this out there. If we on the back-to-back and Rose and Kemba can't go, guess who our two guards are going to be? McBride and Quickly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We know these brothers can pick up full court and say they got to play Steph, Dame. They got to play people. So my thinking is, okay, I want to see those two combinations in a lot in the preseason, in the regular season, because we need to know them scenarios. Can McBride and Quickly play together as a guard tandem? And I've been going 1 and 2. Like I said, it's positionless basketball on this team. But we need a 2-guard set. To me, we're better in a 2-guard set with 2 guards out there that can handle and pick up. And I think McBride, they are our future. They're our future backcourt, right? If everything pans out right for them, unless we get another trade, right? So we need to see that. We need to see that tandem this preseason with both those combinations of players in, because I want to see what happens when they got to go against these guys and they got to play against Steph, Trae Young, Dame Lillard, Murray from Denver. It's like when they got to play these guards, that McCollum, they got to play these guards that can take you at any moment. I want to see what they're built for. Now, Now, Quickly has 1 year. We seen what he could. We seen Quickly emerge. We seen what he did against Lou Williams. We seen him against elite guards. He represented. He can get past them. Now the big question mark is McBride. We seen him in summer camp. Now, if McBride can give us the same energy from summer camp against these vets, boy, we have some cooking in New York City that is going to be a lot of questions of people asking, like, man, these two could be the future guards of the Knicks. That's why I want to see that tandem on the court. We have to see Quickly and McBride together.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt we don't see it. Like I said, with the way this team is built, to me, Knicks gonna have some blowout games this year. You know what I mean? You could best believe that with the way that firepower was in that starting lineup, and nice at that backcourt. I mean, to start second unit. Excuse me. Nice at the second unit. They're gonna have some blowout games. It's gonna be one night with Randall hot, RJ hot, Fournier hot, and you just can't stop the three that might be raining that night, especially on a team that's not a real good team. They might be a poor team. So if I think the Knicks are in position now with the talent they got that they can blow out teams, and they can say, you know what, y'all come in and take these minutes. We good. So I think that's the key to us getting out with fast start. That's why I like this team better than last year for this reason. We get out to a faster start, and now we will be able to score more. Now, and our defense ain't got to play as hard because we scoring more. So if you scoring, the defense ain't got to overexert themselves because they're not in a tough situation. You know what I mean? So that, to me, this team, what I see different than last year is that, this team got shooters now, and it makes the defense, keeps the defense having to be so tired out there because they can keep up with people or be ahead of people. So you can rest more on the end. And so I think if everything clicked with this percentage, if it's not an admiration from last year, if the Knicks come back this year and shoot the same threes that they shot last year, then it's a problem for anybody. Because like I said, they were the top echelon of 3-point shooting last year. But the attempts was low, but the percentage was high for shooting and making. They shot like 39% from the 3-line last year. Now you add Fournier, who shoot down there 46 or something like that in certain areas, and Kemba's above average 3-point shooter. RJ shot 40% last year. Randall shot 41% last year. If the Knicks do that same thing, they will be a problem to me, because I just think that floor would be scratched so much that you got open penetration lanes. You got lob threats. Every one of them 4 players in the Knicks star lineup that's not a center could put the ball on the floor and go to the rack. All of them. You know what I mean? So to me, that is crazy right there, because now, it's going to be open shooters all over the place. If they try to cause a lane or double down, you leaving somebody open on that 3-point line. And I know that's an unselfish team. Kemba Walker's an unselfish player. Fournier, RJ, Rand, they all unselfish. You know what I mean? So that means that they not concerned with that. The Knicks want to win. They ain't worried about who getting the most points. You best believe they don't worry about who's going to outscore each other. That's not even their mindset. I know they just got to go play their role and do what they do. They want to win. Knicks going, and that's why I think training camp right now is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of battling, and it's rightfully so. Like I said, Knox and Bacon, McBride, Valdoza and them, once he get his boot off. If Mitch get back before this, whatever. It's just that it's a lot of competition. I love it. Competition, iron sharp as iron, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah. Iron sharp as iron, KJ. And if they're in there sharpening each other with iron, man, then they should be good. And I think that's what Tibbs do provide. One thing, when you come to work for him, you coming to work. You ain't coming there to BS. You coming to work. Tibbs is all about work. He said, the proof is in the work, something like that. The truth is in the work, something like that. So, right. And I think that's just who they are. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do this year. And I think it started today, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I know we just been grinding, having fun with it. Sergeant for life in the building, man. Salute to you. Shaw Powers, you already know. Be civilized. Jarvis, Savvy D in the building, man. You already know. Salute to you as well. Like I said, man, salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us, man, on this night. First day of training camp. You know what I'm saying? I know they in there about to do what they got to do. Tim Smith, everybody, man. I forgot y'all, pardon me. But yeah, man, they in there, get ready to get on their grind. The season is here, man. So Jet for life, salute to you, my brother. So I think the season here, they ready to get it popping, man. It's gonna be fun. So KJ, it's gonna be fun for sure.
Hey, so Be Civilized put something good up there. Like Tibbs is gonna be experimenting lineup a lot. So Divine, we both been predicting this starting lineup in a second lineup, right?
Mhm.
So give me your experimental lineup. Like we know the starters, but who does Divine want to see? Like, give me we could talk. We could bring in rookies. They're not experienced, but give me your. We're not talking about what we're predicting the Knicks to have it. We're not predicting this stuff. We give me your lineup, and I'm gonna give you my experimental lineup.
Okay. Just for the fun of it, I'm doing this. I'm just doing it for the fun of it.
Okay.
I want to see Mitchell Robinson at the 5.
Okay.
And this is just maybe just throwing it out there. Jericho Sims at the 4. Obi Toppin at the 3. Who else athletic there? RJ Barrett at the 2. And Derrick Rose.
Okay. So you had Derrick Rose, you had RJ Barrett, you had Mitchell Robinson, you had Obi Toppin and Jericho Sims, right?
Yeah, I just think of the 5 both athletic guys on that team. I mean, that's why I did that lineup. I did that lineup because of athleticism. You know, that's all the jumping ability. I just want to see them young thoroughbreds get up in the air and just you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I take that one.
So my experimental lineup is D Rose and Kemba. 1 and 2.
Okay.
Give me the 3 RJ, right?
Okay.
Give me Julius and give me Toppin at the 5.
I can see that. That's nice. That's nice too.
And the reason I did that is because they all can shoot from the perimeter.
Yeah.
Now, some might say our defense, right? Okay. So Julius is 6'9", right? And Julius 6'9", RJ 6'7". Toppin is what, 6'9" too as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I still think Julius and Toppin will be all right down low. Kemba and Rose.
Yeah, they hold that down.
How you gonna stop them penetrating and kicking the RJ, Julius, or Toppin?
Right.
Toppin still could jump over you.
Hey, I got one for you. Check this out real quick. We move on. Check this out. The starting lineup, but just take out Nerlens Noel and put in Emmanuel quickly. Check it out. Take out. Here's what I said. Take out. Now you can leave Kemba in there. No, but let's say if you just take out Kemba for Derrick Rose, what all 5 of them players got in common?
So you take Kemba out for Derrick Rose, right?
Put Derrick Rose in, Emmanuel quickly, RJ, Randall. Who else did I say? I said quickly, right? Yeah, quickly, RJ, Randall, Rose, and Fournier.
Oh, they all can shoot from the perimeter, and they all like almost like 40%, right?
Right. They're right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Yeah.
That's like a whole 5 with 40% shooting.
Yeah. Woo, boy.
So you down to 3 against the Knicks, and Knicks down 3. They just got snipers, bro. And I ain't even counting Grimes and them cats yet. You know what I mean? They got something going on down there, bro.
We could possibly, like on them blowout nights you seen that, we could possibly see these lineups that you don't expect to say, wow, how can you stop? It's almost like that old Phoenix Suns team when D'Antoni was playing, coaching, and you had Nash, you had Dana Burrows, Barbosa. You had that team that could fly up and down that court. Well, them guys, they did not. The 3, they didn't even have to worry about the big man. They putting up 130 points per game. Like, you couldn't stop them. Yeah, so it could possibly happen.
Yep, absolutely. That's just, and always stating on the versatility of that team. That team is so versatile from 1 to 15. Man, them cats is versatile. You know what I mean? And like I said, they got NBA experience. Everybody in that starting 10. I mean, not the starting 10, the main 10 all played in the NBA last year. Every one of them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's people forgetting that the starting 5, the back 5 all played in the NBA last year. They ain't rookies. And think about it. all of them played in the playoffs. All of them, because
Scary.
Fournier and Kemba Walker was in the playoffs last year.
Right.
Obi was in the playoff. Everybody on that team was in the playoffs last year, and you brought two more players who was in the playoffs last year.
Right.
Other than the
and that's one of the reasons why, you know, we talk about the teams in the East, they got better. But guess what? Just based on your comment, you just said we got the experience.
Yeah, man.
These teams have been together. The second unit all played together last year in the playoffs. So we have culture. We built that. These guys already know the plays. They just sharpening their tools now. With better players than last year. So we had, like I said, our predictions. All of us on this panel, Divine, CT on, BX on. I think we're all right. I know we're all right. You know, barring injury, we definitely should be up there this year.
Yeah,
you know, in these lineups, I can see it happening.
Yeah, I second that, man. The proof is in the work, man. Like I said, he took that team to 41 wins last year. You know, and once he did that, it killed anything remotely that I could think that would go backwards for the Knicks. The Knicks is not going backwards. Tom Thibodeau is not built that way. You know what I mean? I don't care how good the NBA got. Tom Thibodeau is not a coach who goes backwards. You know what I mean? He always pushes to make the playoffs. He's always pushing to get it. What that man want more than anything, he won a ring. You know what I mean? Yeah. He won a ring. Tom Thibodeau came to New York to build this thing and get a ring. And he ain't gonna let nothing get in his way because he's been doing this a long time, and he probably want one. And I do think if they keep going the way they're going, they're gonna get one. I do. I think the way they're handling their business in New York City right now, and the way they got this team structured with the flexibility, I just think anything possible. I really do. And I think it all starts today. You know what I mean? Yo, Nigel Smith from Jamaica, my brother, salute, man. Thanks for checking in again, Nigel. Appreciate you, man. Nigel from Jamaica, Kingston in the building, salute. Yeah, man. I just think that is there for the ticket in New York. So we keep going the route we going, developing these young players, man. Get these right guys who want to play basketball, come here to play basketball, want to win. And like I said, this whole team, except for the rookies, they all was in the playoffs.
Right.
That's how you start. Yeah. So that means that they come into the season already know what they could do, and I believe that they're going to get better. And I just think they did the right thing. I think all the pieces, just in my opinion, all the pieces that they brought in connect. I just think they connect real well. So I'm excited about that for training camp and beyond.
Absolutely, D. You know, like one thing we've been talking about, we building this family on Knicks Real Talk, and shout out to Nigel from Kingston, Jamaica. So, hey, Devon, look, I didn't even tell Devon about this, man. We want to add a new segment into the show. We want to put out where y'all from, like put the city you guys are from. We need to know where you're from, who we dealing with. Look, I'm in Jersey. If y'all don't know, I'm in Jersey, born and raised. That's where I'm at. I'm 20 minutes from the Garden. Ask me how times I've really been to the Garden like that. We're 20 minutes away. But we need to know where you guys from, man. Men and women. We need to know. Put it in the chat right now. Where you from? We want to see. We want to shout you out so we get to know who you are, where you at, what part of the region you in. So guess what? When we do come out there, right, Devon?
Yes,
we
sir.
we nicked out everywhere. So put it in the chat where you got from.
Yes, sir. Y'all know my slogan, Knicks Real Talk. We all over the place. Tim Smith in Columbia, Sarge in Tampa. We got Will, Jersey, and Colorado Springs. Edward Walker, the Bronx. Salute Edward Walker, the Bronx. Esco Drive, H-Town in the building. Yes, sir. They coming from. Hey, Knicks Real Talk. We all over the place, brother, for real. Yo, salute to all y'all, man. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. We down here in NC, North Carolina. You already know. I've been holding it down here originally from Patterson, New Jersey, born and raised. You already know. Went to school in New York Knicks fan since 1970s. So you know, I'm like, yo, man, I'm loving this right here, man. This is a beautiful thing. You know, Knicks fans are all over the place. We universal, man. We worldwide, man. We here. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm talking about. You see, we got people from all over the place that's Knicks fans. So look, the good thing we had to do, we just have to keep spreading the word. Like as many of us that have platforms on here, just like, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's get out here. Let's combine. Hopefully one day we all can get together and go to a Knick game as one unit and just have a great time. This thing is getting big for us. So, I just wanted to put it out, Devon. I know it's your show, but
No, it's our show, brother.
yeah, I
You know,
like that. But as one of your
once you on that
co-hosts,
panel, it was ours.
I like
Good.
that, brother. But
Good.
as your co-host, and like I said, I never met Devon a day in my life. I just happened to researching YouTube, and I caught a liking to the brother's show, what he was talking about. From there, I met CT, I met BX. I see some of Shy Powers, Sarge, Jarvis, Tricky, Nicky, just some of the Elton Lee, some of the guys that's on every single week. When you guys don't have to be on, you take the time away from your family to be on, and you see me, you see Devon, you see CT, to talk about our Knicks, our beloved Knicks, who, guess what? None of us get paid for.
Right.
But you know what it is? It's the love that we got with passionate fans. So, Devon, I just wanted to throw that out there to everybody.
Yes,
Look, we're family, man. We have to really help build each other up. So I just want to throw that out there. So back to our Knicks. I'm sorry, Dick.
yeah. Well, y'all already know. The Knicks Real Talk is about you guys. Y'all guys make the show. Yeah, without you guys, ain't no Knicks Real Talk. You know what I mean? It's from a fan for the fans. That's what Knicks Real Talk is. A brother who's a diehard Knicks fan, building and having fun with other Knicks fans. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have it no other way because these cats is wise people who be up at these channels, man. The chat that's why the chat is the show to me. I know I'm the one hosting it, but the chat is the show to me. The chat is where it's at. You know what I mean? If the chat ain't popping, then
right.
So, and we got a Knicks Real Talk. I ain't gonna front. We got one. It might not be a lot, but they're the strongest few we got. But we got a good
And
guys being here representing. You know what I mean? They represent. They hold us down. So salute to the chat. That's where it's at. You already know. And yeah, man. Listen, we having a good year so far, man. But the games begin today. First day of training camp. You don't get too many videos and all that good stuff. So we just try to keep the show popping, just talking Knicks in general. I did go over everything that I can go over for with this training camp. But I'm looking forward to day 2. Is like today, one video to be out. So you'll be able to see some videos from training camp from today because they finally edited them and put them out there yesterday. You know what I mean? But it's I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the journey we about to go on. As a Knicks fan, I'm ready to do this thing. But man, y'all just make sure y'all like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, keep Knicks Real Talk out there, man. And I'm gonna keep it bringing it. You need to get better at it. Go. Just call in, show, be here when the season start. Cats can get on the phone, let me know where you from, call in and be a part of this thing, man. Knicks Real Talk, we all over the place, man. We trying to get it popping up in here. This is from a fan for the fans. And but I think we wide enough brothers to know the Knick content to be able to give it to you truthfully with no hyperbole, none of that. We deal with facts up in here. You know what I mean? We ain't no hyperbole. So, when we talking Knick content, we gotta be talking truth to power. So that's what we try to do up in here, man. Knicks, that's why we call it Knicks Real Talk, because everything is real. But it's been fun, man. Like I said, man, KJ and everybody. Next we be on tomorrow night, get it popping again. And we bring out some more content tomorrow. And a little dig, I gotta give y'all a scoop. The little promo video that I put up in the front is a montage. The only thing I didn't do is put the lyrics to it yet. So when y'all hear the promo for the outro of the show, y'all picture that video with me saying the words in it. And I probably drop it. I was gonna drop it today, but I think I was kind of having a little technical difficulties. But I'm gonna drop that for y'all, man. So the outro show for promo for the night that I put together, a little montage, is what's gonna be a montage with lyrics to it. So y'all check that out. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. So y'all can stay in tune with that. But KJ, my brother, give me your last words, man, and let me know what you was popping with you.
hey, listen, man, we October 5th. We're looking forward. I know you're looking forward to it, and all the predictions and everything, all the excitement. We have to see what happens. As always, like and subscribe to Knicks Real Talk. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Be on the lookout for the merch real soon. As we get closer to the season and everything else involved with this channel, like and subscribe and just Knicks Real Talk, baby.
Yeah. Before I get out of here, once again, salute to the chat. Jarvis, Queens Court, thank you, my sister. She's in the building, yo. Y'all already know the first lady at NBK, Sister Steph. Salute to you. Salute to everybody, man. Sarge, you already know what it do. Jarvis, Esco, salute to you. You know what it is, man. Be civilized, everybody. Edward Walker, Nigel Smith, Jamaica, holding it down. My brother out there. Y'all just keep it up, man. Keep grinding. Don't stop. You know what? Don't say Will, Shaw Powers. We can go on, and we're going to keep going on until I get all y'all. Y'all already know. But thank y'all so much for being a part of Savvy D, Savvy Salute, NBK fam in the building. Salute, Savvy. Everybody, man. What a night. Knicks is here, man. Training camp started. We about to get it popping in another week. You know, we're going to be getting ready to go to the preseason. Then the big thing is here, man. And what a decided time to be a Knicks fan. Until then, everybody be safe. Take care of yourselves. You know what I mean? Y'all hold it down, man. And just talk to us tomorrow, man. Next Real Talk, y'all already know. We trying to be all over the place. Hit that like, subscribe for your brothers. And we just gonna get it moving, man. And like I said, man, pretty soon I drop the lyrics to this little montage. I think y'all like it though. So salute everybody, man. Y'all have a good night.